First race, pacers and drivers set for the post parade. Gothic Fury, number 1, Mike P. In the opener, Gothic Fury, Island Zane, a goaltender by trade, Sammy's Luck, Casimir Eye Candy, Justin's Cam, Checkmate, CL's Gracious Lady. It's the first of a baker's dozen tonight at Charlottetown. Nose is right up on it here. Post time. There they go. They're off and pacing, and no surprises who's headed to the front. That's a goaltender by trade, and McKinnon. Justin's Cam on the outside towards the rail. Island Zane is second. Dropped in to be fourth now. That is Checkmate racing fifth along the inside. Gothic Fury away sixth. Sammy's Luck with Casimir Eye Candy seventh. And CL's Gracious Lady is eighth. Up front, the pace setters. A goaltender by trade in line to Mark McKinnon. Quarter pole leaders. In the two-hole, it's Island Zane. Justin's Cam found a spot. He's gapped out a little here in third after a 28-4 opener. Fast track and serious tempo in the early going here. A goaltender by trade setting up the fractions. In the two-hole, it's Island Zane. There goes Checkmate. Sent to the outside third. Justin's Cam of the rail fourth. Sammy's Luck now third over in fifth. Facing from sixth is Gothic Fury. Then seventh on the outside. That's Casimir Eye Candy. And the trailer, CL's Gracious Lady, halfway home in 59-3. A goaltender by trade goes under McKinney Urgent here with 3/8 to go. Island Zane is second. Checkmate is third. Here comes Sammy's Luck, and she's circling up fourth. Pacing fifth is Justin's Cam. Casimir Eye Candy out wide sixth. CL's Gracious Lady is seventh. Now the trailer, Gothic Fury, they're well grouped. Three high at three-quarters. Sammy's Luck headed right to the front here. Second, a goaltender by trade. In between them, Island Zane. Casimir Eye Candy way out wide fourth. Three-quarters and 1:30 until homeward bound in the Saturday night opener at Charlottetown. It's Sammy's Luck. Sent off as a post-time favorite. Trying to get it home here. Casimir Eye Candy closing in, running out of real estate. It's Sammy's Luck and Terry Gallant in the first. Casimir Eye Candy came on for the deuce, and CL's Gracious Lady drove up third. Mile and 2:01 flat. There's a look at the first race winner, Sammy's Luck, brown mare. She's 7 by Albert. From the Cam Luck Dam, Just Call Me Lucky. Owned by Mary Jean and Jane Noy of Hunter River. Jay does the training. Terry Gallant's in the driver's seat. Mare scores in 2:01. Sammy's Luck in the first. In the second, AJ's Pride, Marion Bridge, Saulsbrook Balance, Scarlet Destiny, Major Danger, Elimination 1, Maritime Breeders. 3-year-old trotters, AJ's Pride's going to have a problem beginning. Well back. And there they go. They're off and trotting. Saulsbrook Balance will be first out. In between horses is Scarlet Destiny. Major Danger on the far outside towards the rail. Marion Bridge is trotting fourth, and AJ's Pride in the backfield, the trailer fifth. At that opening gate, Cheverie has put Saulsbrook Balance up front, showing the way. Off stride, Marion Bridge jumped it off here. Racing to the back stretch and going to the opening quarter mile. That's Saulsbrook Balance, the leader. Scarlet Destiny second. Third, Major Danger. AJ's Pride is now fourth, and Marion Bridge is in the backfield. 31-2 was the opening quarter mile. Saulsbrook Balance midway around the turn, showing the way for Cheverie. In the two-hole, Scarlet Destiny. Major Danger is third. AJ's Pride trots fourth. Marion Bridge is the trailer after the miscue. In front of us for the first time round, and that's Saulsbrook Balance. Halfway home, the leader. Scarlet Destiny continues second. Major Danger in third. AJ's Pride is trying to catch that front trio in fourth. And then the trailer, Marion Bridge, the half in 3 and 3 as they move round the turn, and unhurried Saulsbrook balanced the leader with 3/8 to go. Scarlet Destiny continues to go second. Major Danger third. AJ's Pride now has caught the field in fourth. Marion Bridge is trailing the field with a quarter of a mile left to go. That's Saulsbrook Balance continuing to lead it on Scarlet Destiny. Major Danger third. AJ's Pride fourth. And Marion Bridge, the trailer, 3/4 in 1:35 and 1/8 of a mile out. And Saulsbrook Balance looking to go all the way, clear by 3. Second, Scarlet Destiny. Then Major Danger, AJ's Pride. It's the first elimination of the Maritime Breeders. 3-year-old trotters, Saulsbrook Balance and Cheverie made it look mighty easy. Scarlet Destiny second. Finishing third, Major Danger. AJ's Pride's going to make next week's final 2, 6, and 1. Now he returns at 3. Saulsbrook Balance. Trotting Bay Gelding 3 by Nike's Image. From Animated Lady by Workaholic. Owned and trained by Russell Newman, North Sydney, Nova Scotia. William Allen McNeil, Dundas, Ontario, the breeder on this colt. Walter Cheverie got the catch driving call, took him right to the winner's circle. He never looked back tonight, 2:06 and 1/5. Saulsbrook Balance in the Maritime Birders elimination. In the third, Artie's Mary, Springbrook Becky, Maple Grove Quasar, Sedalian Kate, Waterside Cheer, Four-Way Flasher Paramount. Here they come. There they go. They're off and facing. First one out in here. That's Springbrook Becky. R.E.'s Mary along the rail. The fillies leaving in here. Racing for third and looking to drop in is Maple Grove Quasar. In fourth is Waterside Cheer. Pacing from fifth, Sedali and Kate. And then on the outside is Paramount 6 and Four-Way Flasher. Now in the backfield trailing here in the early going. Up front, that is R.E.'s Mary and Earl Smith, 2-year-old and example filly, quarter pole leader. In the 2-hole, Springbrook Becky facing third, Maple Grove Quasar. Up in the fourth is Waterside Cheer, 30 and 2/5 was the quarter, and there goes Waterside Cheer moving out fourth. Up at the outside, Paramount is chasing after that cover fifth. Sedali and Kate 6. Four-Way Flasher is 7, straightening down the stretch, coming towards the opening half mile. R.E.'s Mary the leader. Now Waterside Cheer draws alongside on the outside and now sticks her head in front. Pacing up for third, that is Paramount. Fourth up the rail, Springbrook Becky. Then in fifth as they move into the turn, Maple Grove Quasar. Sedali and Kate is 6, and Four-Way Flasher continuing to trail 101 and 3/5. Opening half mile time, turning to the back stretch, the bridle up front. Waterside Cheer on the outside, and R.E.'s Mary towards the rail. Paramount is third. Springbrook Becky is fourth up the rail. Maple Grove Quasar fifth. Sedali and Kate 6. And in the backfield, Four-Way Flasher the trailer. Past 3/4. Waterside Cheer has cleared here for Graves. 3/4 in 1:31 and 4. Backstretch was 30 and 1. Coming for home, and Waterside Cheer opened up a pair of lengths here. Second, R.E.'s Mary. Springbrook Becky is coming on third. Maple Grove Quasar fourth. Sedali and Kate. Now Springbrook Becky, the deep stretch leader. And Springbrook Becky is the winner for Kenny Murphy. Second went to Waterside Cheer. R.E.'s Mary held on third in 2:02 and 2. In the winner's circle, Springbrook Becky, Brown Filly 3, but Western Success from Springbrook missed but drop off. A homebred of Bernie Farrell's of Montague. Bernie does the training. Kenny Murphy picked up the winning drive. 2:02 and a 2/5. That's a maiden record for Springbrook Becky in the third. It's the second elimination of the Maritime Breeders' 3-year-old trotters here in the fourth. Rustico, Trisox, Super S. Crosby. James got the power. Miss Mo and Lola Brigida. There they go. They're off and trotting, and Jamie's got the power leaving out. Rustico, Trisox towards the rail will also leave. Dropped in is Super S. Crosby in third. Miss Mo around the turn fourth. And Lola Brigida is the early trailer in fifth. All with pylon positions here in the early going. Rustico, Trisox, and Joey Pineau the leaders. Jamie's got the power, has found a two-hole ride in here. Gapping out in the early going third is Super S. Crosby. Then Miss Mo is fourth, and Lola Brigida is trailing the field fifth. 30 and 2 fast. The initial quarter, that belonged to Rustico Trisox. She is the leader midway around the upper turn for the first time. In the two-hole, Jamie's got the power. Then racing from third, that's Super S. Crosby. Miss Mo fourth, Lola Brigida is fifth. Positions are unchanged here, and they're halfway home in this elimination. Rustico, Trisox on the front end. Jamie's got the power. There goes Super S. Crosby on the outside. Halfway home time in 1:02 and a 3. Second quarter breather, 32 and 1. Trotting round the paddock turn, Rustico, Trisox up front, the leader. In the two-hole, Jamie's got the power. Up and driving, Super S. Crosby. Miss Mo on the outside fourth. Lola Brigida right there, and all 5 of them are in it with a quarter of a mile to go in here. Rustico, Trisox picks up the trot now. 1:33 and 3/3/4 time. From the outside, it's Super S. Crosby. Driving, get closer. Miss Mo sent 3 high third. Jamie's got the power, is there fourth. Lola Brigida has jumped it off. Down the stretch in the second elimination of the Maritime Breeders, and Rustico Trisox is going to go all the way for Joey Pineau. Second, Super S. Crosby. Jamie's got the power third. 2, 3, and 1. Rustico Trisox in the fourth, going to the winner's circle. Trotting Bay Philly 3 of a Nike's image. From Rustico, Moonshine by Captain Jamie. Owned by John Pineau of Hunter River and Myron Ford of Winslow. John Pineau is the breeder and trainer on this filly. Joey Pineau's in the driver's seat tonight. Header on top at every call, 2:03 and a 1/5. 29 and 3 closing panel here. That's Rustico Trisox in the second elimination of the Maritime Breeders. Fifth race lining up. And at 2, Ari's Ryan, Shadow Crosser Rose. Sincerely American. What a Girl, Marcel Hall. Life of Roddy, All-American Napa, now at the top of the stretch. They're approaching a start. And there they go, up and facing. Sincerely American is leaving out. And at 2 along the inside is also leaving. Dropping in to be third is Ari's Ryan. On the turn, Shadow Crosser Rose is fourth. Marcel Hall tucked away fifth. Then a What a Girl is sixth, pacing from seventh. That's Life of Roddy and All-American Napa trailing. On the way to the quarter, that's Rail Control for Anna 2 and Mike McGuigan, and they're the leaders at the quarter. Sincerely American is parked out. Ari's Ryan towards the rail. Gapped out in fourth, that's Shadow Crosser Rose. Pacing fifth, Marcel Hall. Racing sixth is What a Girl. Life of Roddy goes seventh. And All-American Napa trailing the field, 29 and a 1/5 the quarter. And at 2, bringing them down the lane for time 1, but the backfield, they are well in motion now. Shadow Crosser rose quickly from 4th to 1st, just like that for Arsenault. Halfway home, the leader. Now Marcel Hall on the outside is 2nd. In at the rail, and at 2 goes 3rd. What a girl! She's a 2nd over now, 4th. Ari's Ryan is 5th, 59 and 2, opening half-mile time. Pacing up into 6th, Life of Roddy now gets into it 3rd over. All-American Napa is 7th, and a tired Sincerely American is left trailing the field. 3 high, going to 3/4 now, and it's Shadow Crosser Rose at the rail. In between them, Marcel Hall. What a girl! Swings out 3 high, 3rd, going right up with the leader. 3/4 in 1:29 and 2. Just an 1/8 of a mile to go in here. Shadow Crosser Rose turning for home, the leader. What a girl is the challenger. Way out wide and racing with 3rd. Life of Roddy's coming on here. Deep in the stretch. What a girl. Has won it for Harold Shepard. Life of Roddy driving up for the deuce. Shadow Crosser Rose 3rd. Good trip out of them. 1:58. 3/5. There is the 5th race winner. What a girl. Brown Philly 3, but drop off from What the Blaze is by Entirely Ready, owned by Patrick Shepard of Charlottetown. Hell Shepard training and driving. Philly gets a new record. 1:58, 3/5. What a girl in the 5th. Race number 6 will line up once again. Just on Eagle. Small by the mile, Rymar Chief, born leader. Beach Bum Merit, Island Jazzy Star, J.C. Riley, and Camco Key. They're now at the top of the stretch. Here they come. This time, Born Leader is going to gap out the start as they get off and facing just Donnie Gull towards the rail. Camco Keyed all the way from the grandstand side is firing into the turn. Racing from 3rd is Rymar Chief, away 4th. Smile by the mile, then in 5th at the inside, Island Jazzy Star. Pacing into 6th is Beach Bum Merit. Then it's Born Leader away 7th, and J.C. Riley is 8th. One straight back to 8th as just Donnie Gull and Ronnie Matheson are the quarter pole leaders in here. Camco Key to found a 2-hole ride. Up into 3rd, Rymar Chief. Now Island Jazzy Star underway 4th on the outside. Opening quarter tripped in 29. And a 1/5 on around the turn for the first time they go. Here comes Island Jazzy Star up from the outside. 6 is head in front here. Just on Eagle could not hold him off. There's Rymar Chief up on the outside to grab 3rd. Now Camco Key is trapped up the rail 4th. Into 5th is Beach Bum Merit. 6 at the rail, Smile by the mile. Then on the outside and 3rd over 7th, Born Leader. Now the trailer is J.C. Riley, 59 and 3. The midway point now with 3/8 of a mile to go. Island Jazzy Star and Kenny Murphy leading to the backstretch. 3/4 coming next with just Donnie Gull in 2nd. Up on the outside and racing from 3rd. Rymar Chief is there. Beach Bum Merit swings 3 high in 4th. Born Leader in between horses 5th. Now in 6th is Camco Key. J.C. Riley is taking over 7th. And Smile by the mile trailing the field. 3/4 in 1:30 and 2. Just an 1/8 of a mile left to go in here. And up front it's Island Jazzy Star bringing him home. He's opened up on the field here. 2nd, just Donnie Gull trying to come back on in the passing lane. Camco Key is 3rd. Deep in the stretch, needing the wire. Island Jazzy Star. Camco Key on the outside. Just Donnie Gull. Oh, he might have got there up the inside. It's going to take a picture here in the 6th to win. Mile in 2 minutes and 1/5. In the 6th, just Donnie Gull. Brown Gelding 3 by drop-off from Blue Meadow Nancy by Nightly Blue Chip, owned by Jimmy Gorman of South Melville and Donnie Simmons of Cornwall. Ronnie Matheson training and driving. Go get your new race win record tonight. It's 2 minutes and it's a 1/5. That's just Donnie Gull in tonight's 6th race. Seventh race has moved in and lined up with Silver Plated, Fanzo 2, Life's a Blast on the inside. Stratcor and Bradell, they're coming from the middle. Outside, Cloverhills Storm, Selena Star, Bubble and Crude. They're approaching a start. There they go. They're off and pacing. Silver Plated at the rail. Cloverhills Storm is busting to the front here. Racing third is Panzo 2 along the inside. Now Stratcor is moving into fourth. Facing fifth at the rail, Life's a Blast. Away in sixth at the inside. Moving on around the turn, that's Bradell. Followed by Selena Star and Bubble and Crude. Strung out a tad here in the early going. Kenny Arsenault has put Cloverhills Storm right on the engine. In the two-hole, Silver Plated. Facing third, Panzo 2. Stratcor is sticking with the leaders in fourth. Gapping out fifth, Life's a Blast. Followed by Bradell. Then on the inside is Selena Star. And moving out, Bubble and Crude. 28 and 4 was the opening quarter, and Cloverhills Storm and Kenny Arsenault gonna be the midway point leaders now. Silver Plated second, there goes Panzo 2, driving third on the outside. Stratcor now is dropped well back fourth. Then fifth, Life's a Blast, tipping out sixth, Bradell. Now in seventh, Bubble and Crude, and towards the rail, Selena Star. 58 and 1. Kenny's rolling the life sign Philly here as they swing to the back. Going to three quarters. Cloverhills Storm the leader. Silver Plated along the inside second. Panzo 2 kind of hanging third on the outside. Stratcor is closed up fourth. Facing fifth, Bradell. Life's a Blast sixth. Selena Star seventh. Bubble and Crude is eighth. Three quarters up in 1:28 and 1/5. And they're turning for home, led by Cloverhills Storm. Silver Plated off a two-hole ride right alongside in here. Stratcor back third. Life's a Blast on the outside fourth. Cloverhills Storm is going to go wire to wire. Cloverhills Storm and Arsenault on the line. Life's a Blast drove up for the deuce. Silver Plated was third. 1:58 4. They've had a lot of success this lifetime, Philly, Kenny, and Terry, and owner David Ross. That's their fourth win this season from 6 tries. She is a brown filly by life sign. From Royal Pursuit by No Nukes, named Cloverhills Storm. Owned by David McDonald of Kinross. Terry Affleck trains, Kenny Arsenault driving. Tonight you'll get another new race win record. This trip's in a 1:58 and 4 on Cloverhills Storm in the 7th. The 8th race, the Maritime Breeders' Final, 3-year-old filly Pacers. Ken and Lee, the big money, and the big fillies and the colts and the age pacing horses have our largest crowd of the season on hand to watch you tonight, and they're watching it over a very fast track. Rhonda's Bell, Drop of Nutmeg, Woodmere No Fool, Fundiana, Drop Dead Beautiful, Cruising Hillary, Tobin's Paradise, Southview Spring. They're chasing 29,976 in the Maritime Breeders. There they go. They're off and facing Fundiana. Springing out to the lead along the rail. Rhonda's Bell is also leaving into the turn here. Pacing third, Drop of Nutmeg. And they're battling around the turn. Up fourth on the outside. Southview Spring is coming on. Away fifth at the rail. Woodmere No Fool. Then in sixth as they race the back stretch. Along the inside, Drop Dead Beautiful. Cruising Hillary is away seventh. Tobin's Paradise on the outside trailing. Going to the quarter pole. And the leader, Rhonda's Bell. Southview Spring has to work hard here. Cheverie's got her on the outside, but now the bridle headed for the lead. 28-3. That's a stinger of an opener here. Round the turn for the first time they go. Rhonda's Bell and McPhee taking on Southview Spring and Cheverie. Now they're headed to the two-hole. Racing from third is Fundiana. Now moving out, drop of Nutmeg. Fresh and coming from fourth. Woodmere No Fool on the outside is fifth. Then Drop Dead Beautiful is sixth. On the outside, seventh, Tobin's Paradise. And Cruising Hillary takes to the outside, trailing. They're pairing up. 4 in, 4 out. 57! 4! Wow! Opening half mile. Round the turn they go. Led by Rhonda's Bell. Now she has to tackle her next challenger. That's Drop of Nutmeg on the outside. Racing third towards the rail. Southview Spring. Fourth is Woodmere No Fool. Tobin's Paradise. Third over in fifth. Fundiana shuffled to sixth. Then in seventh, Drop Dead Beautiful. Cruising Hillary trailing the field. 127 and 2/5 here. Rhonda's Bell, what a gutsy, and I do mean gutsy effort from the filly here. McPhee's aboard, and he's got a couple down the lane. Drop of Nutmeg on the outside. Southview Spring, Tobin's Paradise. None of them have enough here. Rhonda's Bell and Brian McPhee have just won the Maritime Breeders' Final for 3-year-old filly Pacers. 158 and 1. Into the winner's circle from the evening's 8th race, Rhonda's Bell, Bay Filly 3 by Largo. From the Papermaker Dam, Rockin' Rhonda. Owned by Brian Burgess of Dartmouth, Nova Scotia, the filly bred by the Burco Stable of Dartmouth. Earl Watts does the training. Brian McPhee made a decision early to put her on the front, and they took all comers, and she was alone on the line at the end of it tonight. She'll get a new pacing record of 158 and a 1/5. And she has just won the Ken Sterrett Memorial Maritime Breeders' Final. 3-year-old filly Pacers. Congratulations.
In the next race.
In the 9th, Futures Quick, Senator Sealster, Women of Steel. Hopedale Paris, KG Affair, Lincoln's Legacy, Hunter's Green, Forever Famous on the outside. 9th race, top of the stretch. Here they come. And there they go. They're off and facing. KG Affair springs to the front here quickly. Away second is Futures Quick and racing into third as they move around the turn is Senator Sealster. Driving fourth on the outside, Lincoln's Legacy at the rail in fifth. That's Women of Steel. Away sixth, Hopedale Paris. Pacing seventh, that is Hunter's Green. And the trailer is Forever Famous on the outside. At the quarter pole, the leaders are KG Affair in line to Terry Gallant. Second is Futures Quick, then racing third. Along the rail is Senator Sealster. Quarter mile posted in 29 seconds flat. Over to the 3/8. KG Affair maintains the lead here. Getting the 2-hole ride, Futures Quick, racing from third. Senator Sealster. Lincoln's Legacy is fourth. There goes Women of Steel up fifth on the outside. Racing from sixth on the outside, Forever Famous. Then it's Hopedale Paris seventh. And the trailer, that's Hunter's Green. Halfway home in the 9th in 58 and 2. That's a 29 and 2 second split, and KG Affair opens up by 2. 3/8 to go. Futures Quick racing from second. Third belongs to Senator Sealster. Tripping out, there he goes. Then in fourth, Lincoln's Legacy. Up the inside, Hopedale Paris fifth. Women of Steel now on the outside sixth. Pacing seventh, that is Hunter's Green. Trailing the field, Forever Famous. 3/4 up in 127 and 1 while they're rolling here. 1/8 of a mile left to go. KG Affair trying to go right on down the road here. Up on the outside, Senator Sealster. Futures Quick moving into the passing lane. They're in deep stretch now. KG Affair. Futures Quick up the inside. Might have got there. It's going to be tight on the line. Futures Quick inside. KG Affair outside. Picture time. Check it out. 156 and 3. Now returning to the winner's circle from the 9th race, number 5 is KG Affair, Bay Mare 5 by Grin from Ear to Ear, from Presidential Affair by Cam Fella. Owned by Fred Lamont of Calgary, Alberta. Terry Gallant does the training and the driving. Had the mare on top at every call tonight. She paces to a new race win record this night. The mile in 1:56 and 3/5. KG Affair in the ninth. Down at trackside to celebrate Canada pace with the cooler presentation.
Our top player there. We're going to let Randy Doyle, our track man, do some more work with the challenger from Atlantic Cap, and we'll be back with more.
The 10th race on the track, Maritime Breeders' Final for the 3-year-old Colt Pacer. 3-year-old pacing colts in the final of the Maritime Breeders for $24,392 from the rail out. Am Shannon, Absolom, Plea Bargain, Rise to the Occasion, Aerodynamic, Bo Butler, Exhilarated Force, Ride the Lightning. Race time, Rise to the Occasion is on the run, leaving out here. Absolom is going to the lead. Dropped in third, racing around the turn, Plea Bargain, and up on the outside, Aerodynamic third, and going after the leader. Away fourth at the rails. They go on past that opening eighth, get set to turn to the back stretch, going to the opening quarter mile now. And Emin Shannon is fourth. Racing now fifth is Bo Butler, moving sixth on the outside after the break at the gate. Rise to the Occasion, then Exhilarated Force will follow up seventh, and Ride the Lightning trailing the field. They arrived at the opening quarter in 29 and 1/5. Absolom and Pinkney midway round the upper turn for the first time, leading it here. Coming up on the outside, now second and challenging. Rise to the Occasion is there. Pacing third at the rail is Aerodynamic. Now in fourth, that's Plea Bargain. Pacing fifth, up on the outside, Exhilarated Force. Then in seventh, Am Shannon. Up on the outside, that's Ride the Lightning. Bo Butler gets shoveled to the trailing spot. Opening half mile in 58 and 3, 29 and 2 in the second split. Around the paddock turn, Absolom leads it. Now at his wheel, Rise to the Occasion has made up some ground here. Coming three high. There goes Exhilarated Force towards the rail now in third. Aerodynamic Rise to the Occasion is tiring badly here by 3/4. Still Absolom, and he was there in 1:27 and 4. Rounding the turn for the final time, eighth of a mile out. Absolom looking to go all the way. Aerodynamic at the rail. Exhilarated Force on the outside third. Up the rail, Plea Bargain. Now fourth. Deep stretch coming to the finish line. Absolom and Pinkney all the way. Plea Bargain got up for the deuce. Finishing third was Aerodynamic. Mile 1:55 and 4. Closing quarter, 28 seconds flat. Now returning to the winner's circle from tonight's 10th race, Absolom, Bay Colt 3 by Largo. From the Arcane Hanover Dam, Den Ashton Grace, all McCanny Standard Breds Incorporated of Berwick, Nova Scotia. The colt bred by David Fillmore, Mitchell Fillmore, and Jason Mullen. Phil Pinkney training, Phil Pinkney driving tonight. Had him on top all the way, facing to a new race win record. Has a closing quarter in 28 seconds flat. He's headed back to the mainland with the Maritime Breeders' Final and a speed record of 1:55 and 4. Absolom and the Maritime Breeders. Consolation of the Cecil Ladner here in the 11th. Set up with a half a dozen up on the gate. Negrito, Radiant Raider, Lakota Hall. Who's smiling now? Rebel Ryan sounding. They're approaching a start. There they go. They're off and pacing, and Lakota Hall is first out tonight. Negrito along the rail will be second as they move to the turn. Radiant Raider will drop in to be third. Away fourth. Who's smiling now? Rebel Ryan is fifth, and sounding will size it up from the trailing position here, which is sixth in the early going. Cheverie and Lakota Hall made the front. Pacing second, Negrito, racing up into third. Radiant Raider, who's smiling now, gets away fourth. Rebel Ryan goes fifth, and sounding is trailing the field. They arrive at the quarter. Cheverie and Lakota Hall were the opening station leaders in 29 and 1/5. Midway around the turn for the first time they go. Lakota Hall leads it. Negrito in the 2-hole. Radiant Raider third. Who's smiling now looks after fourth. Rebel Ryan is fifth. And then the trailer is sounding. Halfway home they come. Lakota Hall at the midway point with the lead on Negrito. Radiant Raider third. Who's smiling now? Sacrifices. He's going to be first up in fourth. Rebel Ryan takes out fifth, and sounding goes up the rail sixth after a 58-3 opening half mile. Lakota Hall turning up the backstretch, the leader. In the 2-hole, Negrito, who's smiling now from the outside, is taken over third. Radiant Raider at the rail is fourth. Rebel Ryan goes fifth, and the trailer, that is sounding. Less than a quarter of a mile to go. Lakota Hall put up 3/4 in 1:27-3. Rounding the turn for the final time. That's Lakota Hall going to go all the way here, maybe. Cheverie now going to go to work. Pacing second, Negrito. Up on the outside, who's smiling now? Radiant Raider towards the rail. Sounding, but Lakota Hall does go all the way. Negrito got the deuce. Who's smiling now drove up third. 1:56 1/5. The consolation winner is Lakota Hall. Bay Stallion 8 by Cam Best. From the Keystone Ordam, love ya. All by Walter Cheverie of Vernon Bridge and John Thompson of Charlottetown. Walter training and driving. Put the horse on top at every call this night. Good trip on him. 1:56 1/5. That's Lakota Hall in the Cecil Ladner Memorial Consolation. In the Ladner final, Force Finesse, St. Pete Star, Dance Hanover. Clock Hanover lies the truth. Halmax Dragon, mighty and strong. Astronomical showtime at Charlottetown. What a beauty of a start in here. Astronomical and Lies the Truth are leaving out. Pacing third as they move on round the turn is Force Finesse. St. Pete Star is dropped away fourth. Pacing up into fifth as they arrive at the 8th pole. That's Dance Hanover. Up the inside and racing sixth is Mighty and Strong. Then in seventh, that's Halmax Dragon. And the early trailer as they race along the backstretch going to the opening quarter mile. Lies the Truth up front on the front end as they arrive at that opening quarter. Astronomical did make the lead here. Lies the Truth now in the 2-hole. 27 flat. Boom. Just like that. Oh, wow. Did they fire out in here? Up front, it's Astronomical, the leader. Pacing in the 2-hole, Lies the Truth. Force Finesse at the rail third. Then in fourth, St. Pete Star. Tipping out in fifth, Dance Hanover. Mighty and Strong sixth. Then in seventh, the Halmax Dragon. Clock Hanover trailing the field. 56-3. Midway point time here. Astronomical over to the 5/8. 1 length out in front of Lies the Truth. Up on the outside, there goes St. Pete Star. Now moving into third. Up fourth is Dance Hanover. Force Finesse running the rail to fifth. Then in sixth, Halmax Dragon. Seventh, Mighty and Strong. The trailer, Clock Hanover 1:26 and 1 down at 3/4, midway around the upper turn of the second, and the final time in here. Astronomical coming for home. St. Pete Star, not far away here. Coming up for third, Lies the Truth. Foreshore Finesse is fourth, but Astronomical has done it again for Kenny Arsenault in the Cecil Ladner Memorial Final. St. Pete Star was second. Looked like Lies the Truth. They're home in 1:54 and 4 Astronomical. Now returning to the winner's circle from tonight's 12th race. That's the 8-horse, and he is Astronomical. Bay Pacing Stallion, 6 years by Estrellos. From the Matt Scooter Dam, Hey Girl. Owned by Dr. Ian Moore of Charlottetown, William Shear of Bedford, Nova Scotia, and R.G. McGroup Limited, Bathurst, New Brunswick. Trained by Dr. Ian Moore, Kenny Arsenault's in the driver's seat. Keeps him undefeated in 4 starts this season. Kenny gets his second winner on the double. Astronomical stops the clock this night in a 1:54 and 4. That's the Cecil Ladner Memorial Pacing Series champion, Astronomical and Arsenault. On the track, 13th race, Pacers and driver for the post parade, Outlaw Positive Charge 1. In the 13th, Outlaw Positive Charge, Ricardo's Son, Coors Life. Panzo Silver, My Son Robbie. Real Bond, Southwind Albion, and Classy Alberts on the grandstand side. It's the Saturday night finale at Charlottetown, all lined up, race time. There they go. They're off and facing Outlaw Positive Charge towards the rail. He's firing into the turn here from the outside. Now Panzo Silver will move on to the lead. Outlaw Positive Charge will get away second. Ricari Son is third. Driving up for fourth here is Southwind Albion. Ricari Son moved. Outlaw Positive Charge came with him. And they're 3 wide here in the early going. Ricari Son on the outside with the lead. Outlaw Positive Charge now is second. Panzo Silver got pounced on early here. He's now third. Opening quarter, 27 and 4. Wow, they're rolling. And they get strung out. And a 27 and 4 opener will do it every time. Down the lane they come in front of us towards the opening half mile. Ricari Son the leader. Outlaw Positive Charge second. Panzo Silver third. Racing up fourth. That's Southwind Albion. Coors Life fifth. Sixth on the outside. Real Bond. Then in seventh, My Son Robbie. Classy Albert is trailing in 56 and 3 opening half mile, and there's the inquiry sign. Race number 13 under a judge's inquiry with 3/8 of a mile to go. Ricari Son the leader. Outlaw Positive Charge is second. Panzo Silver now tipping out third. Real Bond is up into the hunt fourth. Southwind Albion on the rail fifth. Pacing sixth is Coors Life. Classy Albert, he's seventh. And now the trailer, My Son Robbie. They trip the 3/4 in 1:27 and a 1/5. Ricari Son the leader with an 1/8 of a mile left to go. Outlaw Positive Charge awaits the passing lane. Panzo Silver on the outside third. Southwind Albion in fourth. Down the stretch they come. Outlaw Positive Charge up the inside will win it. Panzo Silver is second. Ricari Son, he is third. But it's Outlaw Positive Charge for a Gallant hat trick in 1:57 flat. Here comes the 13th race winner, Outlaw Positive Charge, Bay Gelding 4 by Blissful Hall. From the No Nukes Dam, Electromagnetic, owned by Fred Lamont of Calgary, Alberta. Terry Gallant training and driving. Terry has his third winner on tonight, giving him a driving triple. Top of the mile in 1:57 flat, right to his record. Outlaw Positive Charge in the nightcap.